Welcome guys, gals and non-binary pals to a new series for the channel, and something a little bit different as we launch our Cities Skylines playthrough. For a change, this will not be stream recaps but pure YouTube content. The plan is that we will turn our wonderful city of Randolfskinople into a haven of everything that makes a city great. The viewers, that's you, will be commenting on each video with ideas for projects, and a combination of likes and comments doubled up with just things I think are great ideas will be put into action. For example, if someone suggested that we should do a medium density neighbourhood that is centred around a haven of parks, or a nice beachfront for commercial industry with some low density Tory properties, those are things we would look to try and implement. Today, however, in episode 1, we will be putting in the bare bones of the city. I've decided to go for a Grand River, and of course because we're not barbarians we'll be driving on the left side of the road. Our city name? Randolfskinople, which will reign eternal. There's not much more to do other than hit start. I actually don't think this is a map I've played before, so I'm looking forward to actually seeing it. I tend to go with something with a with a balance of sort of. I actually don't think I've played this map before, so I'm looking to look. I've actually not played this map before, so I'm looking forward to doing something a little bit different. I normally like to have lots of river access and try and capitalise on that. And I'm going to eat my words immediately because it looks like we're centred around we're completely centred around a massive river. So that's great. Okay, so I'm wondering, should we just unlock everything straight away, or do we try and build up to it? I think we'll try and just build up to it. Okay, so we're going to have to do a tiny little section of road. Okay, first thing, I'm going to whack in a roundabout, and we'll use this as our centre hub for now. Probably, almost definitely, in fact, we're going to look to change that when the time comes. That's for sure. So we've got a road coming in. We have traffic that has been, I mean, it's only really moving one direction. That's not the right road, that's too big. So here we're going to do that. That'll do, right? We'll start basic. We'll start small. Okay, we're gonna need some. We're gonna need some roads branching off of this. Get some nice medium roads to start with. Build it this way. There we go. There's one there. I fancy putting a nice little area here. Seeing what we can do with that. I'm not sure which way the water's flowing for our poopies. I also noticed what's the story there? I didn't know there was buildings generated sometimes. So it looks like an abandoned sort of factory. Is this Stalingrad? And then here, what we'll probably do is try and make use out of this. So I'll probably put another medium street all the way along here. And then I guess we'll try and use the map to find out the wind. Doesn't really tell you direction though, does it? So I'm thinking here we'll put some industry there, and then I'm going to leave like a dead zone. I'll maybe put some power here just now. So we'll just go for a coal power plant. We'll put that like there, and then we'll hopefully, yeah, that should be fine. What I am going to do here is, I don't want to clog up the traffic here too much, especially not so early in the game, but I might have no option. I'm a big fan of curves. The question I'm now wondering, right? See, what I really want these, but we need 2,000. That way I just have a road going straight onto there and a road onto the roundabout. That would cut down on the traffic on the roundabout somewhat. Or either that, I'd maybe put a small tunnel underneath. But we're not going to be able to do that. So we might need to just do that for now. And then here we're just going to slam in residential. I'm going to put in some commercial here and here. That'll probably change long term. And we are going to need to get some water in. So the water's running that way, so water pumping's going to go here. And the poopy pipes are probably going to go here. Now this might actually cost us a little bit to... Oh dear. Well, let's hope we start making money pretty quickly, right? Let's hope we do start making money pretty quickly. That one will go there, and then we'll put our second one there just to... We're sort of future-proofing here, I guess, right? That's what we're honestly doing. There we go. We're then going to need power that goes to there. So what I might do is just slam a windmill there and that'll power that, and then hopefully we can spread from there. Right, I'm pausing. Let's see what happens. Pop the speed up. Does anyone want to move in? There we go. They're starting down by the windmill. That's interesting. Power wise, they're fine. Water, they are... Oh no. Yeah, we're fine. Fine for water. Fine for power. So we just need people to start moving in so that our money balances itself. Because we're currently at minus 1400. Which is a little bit spicy if you ask me. Yeah, the people are moving in now. Businesses have unfortunately not moved in as yet. But I guess you need a population in here for businesses to actually manage to function and flourish. Some nice houses here. The first house that was in the town was this one, and it's the Elm Residence. Let's change that to... we'll change that to first house. And this will be a historical building. Oh no, it didn't change. There we go. The first house is now here. It is got 3 children in it, 1 teen and 4 adults. There we go. Now what we do want to see is these streets starting to sort of thrive a bit. There we go. First industry's moving in. Hopefully we get some commercial. I'm going to do my best to keep this roundabout empty. I'm going to do my utmost to keep this empty. Just to try and cut down on the traffic. What I used to do is that if I could fill something, I'd just fill it. And I think that was one of the problems with the traffic. The traffic situation. The commercial should be moving in though. Are they struggling for power? No, they're not. They are struggling for sewage. Are they? Oh, it's no power. Bloody hell. There we go. Right, I think they're cheaper to put in just now than building all the electrical shenanigans, so I'm hoping that'll do a job for now. Hopefully that's going to let people move in. We've almost balanced the budget, however, we are... oh, we're dangerously low. We're oh so dangerously low. It's slowly picking up. I'm not sure if we're going to manage to equalise it before the moment of doom comes. Hard to tell. Oh dear. It's slowly falling. It's slowly falling. It's almost... Oh no. Oh no. We're past the point of no return. We need that to take some big jumps just now. Otherwise, I don't know if you can take a loan this early. I'm not sure what happens. They can't be needing water. No. Talking nonsense. We're about to go bankrupt. It's not the best start for the city. Minus 13, that's nothing to worry about. We've came back from worse. There we go. We're now a little hamlet. We've got access to loans, taxis, garbage, healthcare, and education. Job done. We also got 20k for that, which I will take. Landfill, I'm probably going to stick up here just now. Although I should maybe make it more accessible for the city. So there's no residential house in here. I'm going to put that there for now. And we'll start getting the garbage collected. I am wondering if we put some small roads off of this. Maybe put something here along the coast. Start with some properties along here. It's going to cause a lot of traffic that though, isn't it? Slam in some residential here. Maybe build it a little bit closer on this side, but it'll make it look nice, right? And then here I'm probably just going to have to do that. And here I'm going to put in a few put in some commercial here, see if anyone's interested in moving in there. And then here we do have pipes already. Look at that, making use out of the already put in infrastructure. Can't teach that. You can't teach that. I think it's just a case of waiting on this to balance out. It's kind of jumping about just now. I guess we've spent a bit of money on garbage and such like things. We're probably going to try and get some education and whatnot in now. They're needing workers, which means they need people to be moving in. So what I think I'll also do here is, whilst we can afford that, I'm going to put in a medium road that's coming off this and coming just down to here. And then we'll extend this a little bit, and that way we've got a sort of run round town, you know. But we need to make that a bit straight, like so. Right, then this we're going to make residential. And same with here. I doubt anyone will move into this area, it's a little bit cramped. We do need some water here. In fact, you know what? Let's just continue what we're doing here, it makes sense. Road names. Yeah, this is another thing. If anyone has suggestions for road names, etc., I'm happy to put them in. Again, these will probably be voted on. If people come up with some great names, we can add them in. Oh, I kind of need to do this bit as well. Let's just do it. Future proofing, man. Future proofing. There we go. So yeah, street names, even a name for a roundabout, things like this, just hit me with them. I've just noticed our budget is now green. We're actually in a surplus, which is nice. We've not had to take any loans. We're at 400 people in the town currently. It is a good time to be a resident of Randolfskinople. So I guess you can see the basics of what I'm going to do here. I'm hoping by the time we finish this episode, we'll have the street going all the way along the coast. We'll maybe bring this up here. So we've got like a round road on the outside, which is a reasonable density. I think what I'll try and do is look to create like a population centre here. And then we'll probably look to try and start populating this bank and get this side of the road matched up. What I would like to do is take up as little space with the highways as possible up here. I would like to do tunnels if possible. I'm also noticing that this is quite a bank here, so I'm thinking long term we're going to build a dam here. There's a fair flow of water as well. If I'm being completely honest, yeah, the water power is probably my favourite in this. This is interesting with a sort of high bank. Maybe something we could change later. We're not struggling for electricity, no. Are we? No, we should be. Although I suppose the power being generated there might not be enough, so we might need to do that just now. That should help. I'll keep the power even all over the place. We're slowly spreading out and our budget's slowly going up. I'm also curious if you people, the good citizens, you have any suggestions on what we should do with tax. I probably want to keep it as low as possible so we can attract as many people in as possible, whilst also, you know, making a bit of bank. If we start struggling financially, then yeah, by all means we can maybe look at that. I guess the next thing for us is probably to get some education in, or some healthcare. I'm not sure which we should really be prioritising. Or perhaps we actually leave that for now, and we look to get the street network in first. And maybe that's our... Yeah, maybe our street network's our first port of call. So I guess what we want to do is probably try and... Oh, we're now a worthy village! Damn, we can buy a new area. We've got districts, policies. Right, we've got some specialisation, firehouse, etc. So the other thing we want to check is natural resources. You can see here we actually have some farmland that we could use. I don't know if that's something that you wonderful people of Randolfskinople, the housing committee, if that's something you think we should be using. It actually looks as if we have a crap load of fertile land around us. And a little bit, oh wow, that is a lot of ore over there. Might be using ore industry, I don't know, it depends what you people think. But yeah, I think today's episode we're going to concentrate on just trying to get this place populated. We'll try and get this coastline inhabited now. All the way along here. think what we'll do is we'll do that a bit more and bring them here. Maybe put a wee corner here. Or I wonder if we put a roundabout here for longevity. I wonder if there should be a roundabout. They are, the people are actually wanting, it's housing. It's housing people seem to be wanting. So I think what we'll do is we'll maybe do that, and then we'll put in a little commercial segment here. And then once that's done, we'll maybe look to expand our industry a wee tad. I believe here we do have a higher density road. The long-term plan with this is basically that it will support our industry for the sort of meantime. Here I'm just going to build a wee road just now, just to join them up, and we'll change that when you know the time really presents. We'll do that just now just to keep people happy. We have water going there, power will be fine, and we're doing this right. Let's see how this plays out. Just to build a school. Calm down. Right, you know what? I'll put a school in. A school seems like a reasonable request. I reckon we'll put it. Maybe we should put it next to the windmill. It could be sponsored by the windmill. I like coming up with names here. Oh, you can name the turbines. I did not know that. You can name the turbines and you can name the pumping stations. Let's go with turbine pump elementary school. So we've got the turbine pump elementary school. It was built and commissioned by the companies that installed these, and that will be looking after the initial needs of our town. As you can see, we're starting to sprawl out. We've almost filled our original spacings, and we're looking to do some magic here. Now, one thing I have been thinking about experimenting with is putting in zones, so we could put in like an industrial zone. So I'm going to do this just now. If this is wrong and this isn't something we should be doing, then please, by all means, let me know. So I was going to just do this, like so, and then just call that like industrial. The industrial centre. So I've now got an industrial centre here. You can see it's labelled in the town. And one thing I want to introduce as we play through this is I do want to add in like suburbs. So, you know, just using it as an example, we could do something like this, and then just, you know, just call it Main Street. Obviously that'll do just now when we don't have suburbs, but if we get to a point where we're growing, if people have good names that they could suggest for a certain area, perhaps something that, you know, represents it, I'd be happy to add them. So yeah, my plan, and when I'm streaming, I like to try and involve chat in as many decisions as possible and try and make it as immersive a playthrough as we can. And I want to do the exact same here. I'm hoping it works in the same sort of way with YouTube and commenting and whatnot, and obviously if people have ideas in Discord, they can also put it in there. But yeah, I'm liking the aesthetic we've currently got in the town. We've got our main road in, we've got a roundabout where I'm going to assume the lion's share of the traffic's currently hitting, and we have room for expansion in every single zone. So if anyone does want to move in, there's opportunity there. I'm really going to try and keep this as empty as possible, and the great thing to see that will inevitably only get worse is that pretty much the traffic is perfectly flowing. You can obviously see it's busiest here, and we're currently why did they park there? Why would they park here? Charles Holmes owns it. He's at work. So do they need parking or something? Do they need a back road here that they can maybe park their cars on? Is that something we should be looking to do? Ironically, very ironically, our industry is currently located on the Green Boulevard. That's certainly interesting. We also have Green Street on the corner that goes back into Green Boulevard. So that's something that I would like a suggestion for a change in name. It doesn't seem to be the most fitting for what's currently there. But I think, yeah, we're just going to be sitting here waiting on expansion. We've done everything we can for now. We're fine there. Our power, we're fine. We're making 900 a day. I think the income's a day, right? We'll pop the speed up, see what it is. I'm also not sure what sort of length I want to focus for these episodes. I was thinking between 10 to 20 minutes, and I'm not sure where I want to sit. So if this is something, you know, you guys can give me feedback for as well, I'd appreciate that. But we're taking shape. Some of these are starting to fill. We've almost got this full area filled in. It's going the way we want it to. What's our next upgrade? We need 1200. And that'll give us landscaping and parks. Where are all the garbage trucks? They're here. They are here. Believe me, they are here. It's just a matter of time. Now they will be wanting they'll be wanting a medical centre soon, but I don't really want to put any of this in just now. I'm looking not to put these in. I don't want to put any fire or police in until you guys get your say. I just want to get the basic road set up in. So I think now we've got a bit of money, I'll maybe look to sort of try and connect this up. So we'll slam this bad boy down here, like so. And then for now what we'll do is we'll just put the small road connecting it, like that. And this will definitely change here. This will definitely change here. Here I'm going to maybe do this just now, and then we'll leave a little break. I'm going to put a little bit of commercial like that. This is bothering me that it's not even. And I'm going to leave a break here just now. Make sure they've got water, which they do not. We'll just do that quickly. And then here I guess we can just... This is bothering me immensely. I guess that'll do for now. They've got the basics of what they need. We are having a few criminals, I believe. The crime rate is high. So yeah, we're actually being hit with crime a little bit just now. So what we probably want to do is try as quick as possible to implement our emergency services if we can. The trivector, if you will. We've already got our school in place. We currently don't have any parks. I'd love to get the London Eye. 2 airports. Wow. The Gherkin. The government office. Wow. Interesting. I've never really looked into some of these. We can see what we want to do eventually. We've got an industrial centre there that's doing well, basically what it says in the tin. We're now a tiny town. We've got parks. We've got access to canals, quays, flood walls. And look at all those beautiful parks. We've got basketball courts, public libraries. The possibilities are completely endless. Currently have 1,200 people in the town, and I dare say that they're focused on the west side, as tends to be. Now, I'm wondering, do we want to put something maybe in the centre here? Like, I think our first project we should put in, right? Our very first project will be where we place our emergency services, okay? Where do we want to put them in this sort of vicinity? What do we want to do here? I think we need to focus them around here. This is our population centre. There's 1,200 people currently living in this area. There's some commercial there, yes, there's some industry, but there's not really anyone living down this corner of the town yet. Except we have the Myrtle residence. The Myrtle residence we have here. And then we also have the Primrose residence. Apparently they really like fans and large traffic passing through, so that's cool. That's really cool. But they've also got their sewage pump. That's pumping the poopies out into the water. So that's, you know, each to their own. You can't knock it, each to their own. But yeah, I think we're fine in terms of Lecky. Our Lecky's fine, our water's fine. It's going on about public libraries, but I don't think that's a completely essential turn for us. Our traffic's fine just now. I'd maybe want to put like a sort of shortcut here, but again, I don't know if we have access to... We don't have access to the highway ramps. I, quite often when I'm playing this game, and it's maybe not the meta, but I love using highway ramps as like traffic shortcuts, so that if anyone's getting overly upset with traffic, we can do something about it. You can see our roads are pretty clogged with traffic that are parked on them just now, but I guess that's part and parcel with the problem when it's been used as a main road. I imagine the view here is pretty good. I'd expected more fencing, seen as that, you know, if your kids, I'm going out the back garden to play, they might be swept away quite aggressively. Could be cool to do a canal here, or maybe even put some flood defence in, especially if our long-term plan was to... That could be really cool. If we end up damming that there, as we originally discussed, we could do a flood wall all the way along here. Could be really, really cool, actually. But that's me thinking way ahead of myself here. To even do something with canals later on, but yeah, I'm sure that'll go smoothly. So I think it's safe to say we've occupied the north bank of Randolfskinople, the centre of the new town. We've got our industrial area built. We've got our core of residential area here in this sort of this loop. We are starting to expand out along the sort of river bank. I think next episode we'll look to sort of fill in the gaps here. We'll focus on filling this in before we look to the other bank. Although it is always good having a flow through of traffic. You know, it could be nice to try and do something with these, maybe even... The question is, do I want to do a bridge, or do I want to try and do a tunnel? I'm not even sure. Time will tell. But thank you everyone for tuning in. This is something I've thought about doing for a wee while, and I decided let's just commit to it. I think Amy's looking to actually get involved a wee bit as well. I know she loves this game. She'll probably do most of the infrastructure in terms of bus routes and managing traffic, because honestly I do not have the focus to do it. But thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. Please do leave your feedback and suggestions for projects for the town, names for streets, and just general ideas you think could improve our town and even the playthrough. I am open to suggestions. It's the first time I've ever done this, so I'm learning as you're learning. But yeah, thank you to everyone for tuning in. I appreciate that. If you do wish to follow closer, just look to the links below in the description. There's a Discord link there. There is a link to my Twitch channel, which is where I produce most of my content. There's a link to our Discord if you want to get involved further, and there is also a link to our CD keys, which this game and its content goes regularly on sale on, and if you want to support the channel, you can do it through that. But other than that, I look forward to seeing what projects you guys have in mind, and we will implement them next time.